Hi guys, what's up? It's Amanda. Welcome back to another episode of She Rose. So today's video is super fun. I'm actually going to highlight something that God has really been teaching me recently in my walk with Him. And as you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be what it means to be a light. And to even get started, I'm just gonna rewind back to Amanda before God. And basically for me, being a light really meant exuding positive energy in my life, creating a space of positive energy around me. That's what I thought of when I thought about light. But as per usual, God has been redefining this for me. And I just want to share with you guys some of the things that I've been finding. So I'm going to get started actually in a scripture. It's in Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16. And just to give you a little bit of context before I get started, this is Jesus, and he's specifically speaking to his disciples, the people that have chosen to follow him. And he says to them, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Okay, so I love this scripture because we're getting started by talking about being a light, right? As a follower of Christ, you are the light. That is basically a part of your identity. It just comes with the territory, which is really convicting because the following verse talks about being a town built on a hill. And really, when I was reading this recently, it was like, whoa, really thinking about what it is to be a town on a hill. I mean, you're completely exposed. It's at the top. It's what everyone sees. You're also just completely susceptible to everything around you. And so I just think about vulnerability. And also just like being a lamp in the middle of a room that just lights the whole room. With light, what it does is it really illuminates. It reveals what's going on. It really reveals truth. And with that being said, just to share about my recent experience and how God has revealed this to me, I think, just starting this new channel and really going after sharing my life openly, there's been a discomfort. I'm learning in this stage in my life that being a light is uncomfortable. And I actually wanted to share with you all some practicals that I've been using that have helped me just to embrace this more and embrace this part of my identity. The first practical is, being a follower of Christ. Here in the scripture, Jesus is talking to his followers and telling them that they are the light of the world. And so before we can even be a light of the world, the prerequisite is being a follower of Christ. And I know, for myself, I kind of always just grew up identifying myself as a Christian because that's what my family identified as, and that's what I was told. And so that's kind of what I thought I was. But I had no idea what that actually meant, and eventually it fizzled out. And so if there's any of you out there that are like, I don't even know, am I a follower of Christ? Totally reach out to me. Let's talk about it. My favorite thing to do is to study the Bible with women who just want to learn more about just that. And so, I'll link my contact information below for you to reach out. And the second practical is actually, we need to identify what our light is. We all have a different way that God has really moved in our lives powerfully. We have our stories, we have our gifts that God has filled us with, and we have to identify what that is to shine, what are those things, really identifying it. And then, second part is, don't hide it. And I love that Jesus talks about hiding multiple times in the scripture because he just knew we were trying to hide. And so for myself, I have had to think about, what are some reasons that I would choose to hide my light? Well, guys, to be honest, fear. Fear is the biggest one. Fear of what people think. Fear that even my light isn't going to be impactful, that it's not going to be accepted. And I think that is not what we want to do. So, identify your light and don't hide it. And the third practical is identifying why. Why do we shine our light? And we find that in verse 16, right? It says that we are to do this We let our light shine before others so that they can see it and glorify our Father in heaven. And I love this because it goes back to God. Really understanding that we shine so that others can see the power of God in our lives. And so, yeah, those are my practicals, and that's actually it for today's video. I would actually love, side note, to just hear any questions that you guys have about faith or just what you want to see. I'm super open to that. So yeah, go ahead and hit me up in the comment section, or even just like reach out to me. And I will totally try to do more videos geared towards your questions. Other than that, I just hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.